Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you guys could obviously see as the title, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to transform from this to this. So I already went ahead and did my hair. As you guys could see, I just did it off camera just because I don't know, I felt like it was gonna be too long in this video. But if you guys do want to see a video on how I braid my hair, let me know down in the comments, and I will for sure do a video, guys, if you guys want to. And you guys already know I like to do my eyebrows off camera just because I find that they take really long too. And we're basically just gonna I'm gonna be showing you guys how to cover up pimples and stuff like that, redness I guess. And I've been breaking out lately. I don't know why, but it's kind of my fault too because I pick at them, and I shouldn't be picking at them, especially because my skin tone is really light, so you can obviously tell all the marks that I have. But anyways, let's get straight into the video and show you guys the products that I use to cover all this up. So the first thing I went ahead and I did this before I did my eyebrows, so I recommend you guys do this too if you guys are going to be using this product. This is the 4th Ray Beauty Radiate Vitamin C. It's like a little oil, which is really cute, and it smells like oranges. And you shake it up and it looks like this. I put about 4 drops and I rubbed it in my face, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I went ahead, that's what I did my eyebrows after. And now what we're gonna use is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I love this stuff. As you can tell, I'm almost done, but I do have an extra, so I take about this much, and I'm gonna just go ahead and apply this all over where you see my pimples more. So now that I have that rubbed in and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Professional. Professional. So I'm hella by Benefit. This one is because I've probably seen this so many people use this, but honestly I really like it. So I'm running out, so I need to buy. Oh bruh, look, too much came out. Obviously use less than this, but I'm gonna put this on my nose area, most of it on my nose area, just because I have a lot of blackheads and I don't know how to take them out. I use the strips and everything, nothing works for me, so this really kind of helps to smooth it out. Alright, so now that you have your face all nicely primed, now what I usually do is I'll just start mixing up my foundations, just because I just like doing it meanwhile this dries, because I do want to let it sit on my face for a while to actually help. That's what you need to do, because if you don't do this, it's like if you didn't put primer, because you just can't go put primer and then right away put on your foundation. You need to let it sit to do its work. So I'll usually just start doing my foundations. I'm gonna be mixing 3 because I don't know, I just have a habit of mixing hella foundations. We'll be mixing the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation in 110, 112, and the Fenty Beauty Foundation in 120. I'm almost running out of this. Well, not really, I'm halfway, but it's gonna get there soon. So I'll do 1 pump of the Fenty, 2 pumps of the 112, well, 1.5, because 2 is too much, and then I'll do 1 pump of the 110. Seems like a lot.
It is.
But we need to cover all this up, so it'll be okay. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just apply the foundation. I'll usually just put the first 2 ones with my little brush because I use it to mix it, but then other than that, then I'll just go in with my beauty blender and start applying that. Look how full coverage that is. And if you guys do want to achieve a full coverage beat, I recommend you guys using this combination just because it's not oily and not matte. You know what I mean? It's the perfect combo for me, in my opinion, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's gonna work the same for everyone because everyone's skin is totally different, but this is what works for me, and I find that really covers up everything. Look at that, you guys can already see the difference. Alright, as you guys can see, I didn't put a lot of foundation underneath my eyes just because I like to pack on the concealer, and I feel like putting foundation and concealer makes it a little bit more cakey. So the concealer that I found has been working really good for me under my eyes is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This one's in the shade Light Sand. It's pretty similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, but I noticed that when I try to put the Tarte Shape Tape under my eyes, it doesn't really work for me because it makes it too dry. So I really like this one because it's a little bit more hydrating, and it's really full coverage as well. So I usually just do a swipe a swipe, and then I'll put like more on my chin, and then on the bottom right here on my jaw, and then I'll blend that out. So now that I have my foundation on, I'll usually, when I do like have like breakouts, I'll usually just go back in and like just look to see what I didn't really cover, and I can see like there's like a little place, a little like spot right there that doesn't want to catch on like the concealer, but that's kind of my fault because I like peeled off the skin. Don't do that because if not, your makeup's not gonna stick on it. But just don't do that, okay? And then this won't happen. Same thing as a primer. You want to let your foundation sit in your face for like 30 seconds before you put on powder. And before you put on your powder, right before you put on your powder, just make sure to blend underneath the eye for any creases once again, and then from there leave everything else alone and just set your powder.
Just set your powder. Set your powder.
And to get like the most full coverage look, I find that grabbing your beauty blender and dipping in your powder and packing it on, like dabbing it, will help you get much of a more of a full coverage look than just like swiping it, because I feel like swiping it's just like really light. Packing on powder will make it more of extra coverage. All right guys, so the powder I'm gonna be using is the, whoa, it's dirty, I'm trying to like turn it over, but I have powder here. It's the Airspun powder. This one's in the shade naturally neutral. It's kind of like more yellowish, so that's why I get this one, just because I don't want to be all pink. So like I said, I'll blend at the bottom of my creases once again, and you see how I only keep one side on foundation, that way the other clean side is for the powder, because then the powder gets stuck to like the foundation on this and it gets like really chunky. So I'll dip it in, I'll like really packed, and then I'll push down underneath my eyes first. I'll pack it on my nose. Same thing to the rest of my face after that. Now I will dust off my powder, but what I'll do is I'll grab my ColourPop F1 brush, which is this really fluffy brush. I'll dip it in powder and I'll like first start blending it on my neck like this, you know, really get all that really blended. Because remember, we also did drag down the concealer that was right here down, so you also want to grab some and just say whatever's there. And then from there I'll just work my way up and dust off all the extra powder. Alright, so ignore my foundation ups right now, but now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get into like the bronzing, blush, and highlight. So the first thing I do is I do my bronzer. I'll grab, I really just started using this one. I really like it, and it's also really affordable. This e.l.f. bronzer, Forever Sun Kissed. And I'll just grab my ooh, there's a hair on it. There's a Morphe E4 brush. I'll like pack it on, dust off the excess, and then just start, I like pack it on like this, like dabbing motions first. And then after I do this, then I'll start just blending it out. I find this method like actually helps the product actually get on there. And then when I dip back in, I'll like do my forehead as well, or like the temples of my head. And then I also get my nose. And then I'll do the same thing to the other side. And then after that, I'll go in with my Too Faced bronzer, and I'll literally just go on top of it like one more layer. And my reason for like always typing it first is kind of like the same method as your eyeshadow. You kind of want to pack it on first and then blend. And I feel like that's how you get like the most pigment. And also you don't want to like be rubbing too much, because then it will like kind of move around your foundation if it's not set right or anything. But I still do it just because I don't want it to like actually make it all all patchy under there. For blush, I'm going to be taking my Morphe M405 brush, and I'm going to be taking the Love Flush How Deep Is Your Love by Too Faced. It looks like this. I really like this. It's like such a pretty color. And I'll tap off the excess and, you know, put it like right on top of where I put the like bronzer. Kind of same thing, you know, kind of pack it on. And then I kind of like flick this one. Instead of going like that, I flick it. And I flick it like more upwards where my highlight would go. And I like putting it there just because I feel like it makes the highlight, when you put it on top, it makes it look really like your skin looks so glowy and like alive. So I'll do that, and I'll put a tiny bit on my nose, not too much because we don't want to look like clowns, but I think that's just like the perfect amount. Now is when I'm gonna set down all those powders for highlight, because like you guys already know, I like to kind of like make my face a little bit like damp, and then I'll put on the highlight on top and I'll make it really like bright. And the face thing I'm gonna be using today is this hemp hydrating face mist. It looks like this. I got it at Ross for like $3 and it's honestly amazing. I must just spray my sponge, kind of like tap off the rest on my hand because it's not too wet, you know. And then I'll start from the bottom and work my way up to kind of like push those powders down. So I'm gonna grab my Morphe M501 brush, which is this like fluffy brush which I love for highlight, and I'm gonna be dipping into my Aurora Glow Kit in the shade Eclipse, which is this one right here, because I already used Lyra, so I have to go on to the next one. And then before I put on the highlight again, I'll go in with my sponge, make it pretty wet. Oh, I put a little bit too much water, so I'm gonna just let it dry a tiny bit when you feel it's like a little wet but not too wet. So now I feel like it's the perfect time. Going with the highlight and boom, look at that. Look how soft, not soft, but like how like blended it already looks. We're almost done, you guys. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my ColourPop E10 brush, which is this really tiny little fine point brush. I'm gonna go back in with the same highlight shade. I'm gonna pack it on all over the brush. I'm gonna spray it, and this is gonna be my inner corner highlight. Alright guys, so I was debating whether or not I should do eyelashes, and I kind of want to do eyelashes because I didn't do eyeshadow, but I really like how eyelashes look with eyeliner, but I don't want eyeliner. So I'm gonna try to attempt to do like a pretty small wing, you know. I don't know what my definition of small is, because I don't really do small wings. I do them like really out. So I'm gonna just try to like attempt to do like a small one, just so my lashes, like the lash band, looks pretty good. But if I come back with a really long wing, just know that it didn't work out. Okay, she's not that small, but she's medium, which I think is better than being hella dramatic how I usually do it. So I think it's pretty good. I don't know how to feel about it. Let me just put on the lashes and then we'll see how I feel about it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am finally done with my full face. The lashes that I have are in the style Venice by BBGX Lashes. They're the same ones that I used in my previous video. I think it was my previous or previous. I think it was my previous video. Yeah. So I did end up liking how the wing looks like really short. Well, not really short, but medium sized with the lashes. I think I'm gonna probably start doing it like this when I wear lashes. And this lip gloss is by ColourPop, So Juicy, from the Orange collection. This one's in the shade She's Here. If you guys want to go ahead, use my code 5 makeup by laguera all together for $5 off your $20 purchase. And yeah, so that was it for this whole video. Hope you guys did like it. That's how I usually cover up like my acne. It's not that different from my regular foundation routine, so I'll probably like name it both because it's kind of like the same. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow all my social medias. They're all at Makeup by Laguera. And yeah, once again, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.